Some weeks ago I bought myself the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the stabilisation on that is extremely good, but what does let it down is the Z-axis or Z-axis, where you can see evidence as when you're walking that the picture bounces up and down in sympathy with your walk. I know there are a few methods of alleviating that issue by doing something like the ninja walk or using a long extension stick with the Osmo Pocket on the end of it. That does help. I know there was some cheap Z-axis or Z-axis stabilizers on the market, and one I did go for was the STARTRC Osmo Pocket Handheld Stabilizer. There are a number of different manufacturers that do something very similar. In the past I've had STARTRC accessories and I have found them to be quite cheap and relatively decent in manufacture. I will leave a link in the description below to the Amazon website where I got my stabilizer from. The stabilizer is made from ABS plastic, and on the side of it there is a clip which holds the spring mechanism in place when not in use. This is very clever in design, as when the Osmo Pocket 3 is in situ and the stabilizer is folded up, it will act as a protective case. A 1/4 screw can be found in the bottom of the casing. Now this is what fits the Osmo to the top bracket. Looking at the design and weight of the Osmo Pocket and an Action 4 that I have, it looks as though both of these cameras will fit onto this stabilizer. Inside the handle there is another piece of plastic that will fold down and click into place, which makes it much easier when holding the stabilizer in your hand. With the Osmo Pocket 3 there is a small extension piece with a 1/4 on the bottom. Now that's what connects onto the stabilizer. I do not know if the extension battery handle on the Osmo Pocket will also work with this, but I know for sure that the shorter of the 1/4 connectors on the bottom will work just fine. Connecting the Osmo Pocket to the stabilizer is quite simple. Simply have it face down as shown on the screen now and put the 1/4 screw in through the base and just tighten it up finger tight. Doesn't have to be excessively tight. To unfold the stabilizer, simply click the button on the side as shown and it will open up. Now to start with you'll find that the spring tension is not very good. This is done during transportation. Normally you'd have that set at its lowest point, taking the pressure off the spring. Slide the button up or down. This will give you either more or less tension. The correct tension is when the Osmo Pocket and the arm are at right angles, 90 degrees to each other. To start with, it might be a little bit of trial and error to get to the right angle that is required. So just keep adjusting the slider button up or down till you get that 90 degree. Once you have the setting and the angle right, that is ready to go. With the Osmo Pocket on and the unit closed, it still rattles around a little bit at the top section. Within the bag you should find a rubber velcro band that you can use to put round the Osmo and the bracket to stop it from rattling. All in all, it does fold down quite well and is very good in design. As mentioned before, there is a little area that can be pulled down to form a handle that clicks into place, but once it's in place then you will not be able to fold down the stabilizer until it has been put back into its place. When the pocket and the stabilizer is at 90 degrees, it will help eliminate that bouncing effect you get in your videos. The stabilizer, when closed down, does act as a good protection for your Pocket 3. There are a couple of 1/4, one on the bottom and one on the back, for other accessories that you may wish to connect onto your Osmo Pocket stabilizer. Looking at the design, I thought that the Osmo Pocket and also the action cameras were more or less the same weight. As an experiment, I have a Osmo Action 4 and I thought, well, I'll pop that onto the bottom of the stabilizer and see what happens, see whether it works or not. I do use the SMALLRIG magnetic connector on the bottom that has a 1/4 hole in it. This made it very easy now for the action camera to fit on there. You will need to adjust the tension as we did with the Pocket, and as you see here, there is a good possibility that the action camera can also be used on the stabilizer as well. Do exactly the same as when the Pocket was fitted, adjust the little slider so that the camera and the arm of the stabilizer is at 90 degrees. The only difference now, when the stabilizer is closed up, there isn't as much protection for the camera as there has been there with the Osmo Pocket. The view of the camera on the back is a little tiny bit obscured by the bracket itself, but this is not really much of an issue. The Osmo Pocket 3 stabilizer is really not meant for the action camera, although it can be fitted, as you can see now. It will be interesting to try and test both of them, which I will be doing just now, with a little tiny walk around the garden and maybe a little jog, just to see if there is any difference between the stabilizer and the normal operation of both cameras. They do provide you with a small carrying bag, which I found quite handy, and even with the Osmo Pocket connected to the stabilizer, it fits in the bag, no bother at all. In turn, the carrying bag that I use for my camera equipment, everything fits inside there neatly, even the stabilizer inside this little bag. Okay, we're going to try now and do a little walk up and down the garden with and without the stabilizer on, to see what different effects that we get. I did just walk normal, no ninja walks or anything, just the Osmo Pocket 3 with no stabilizer to start with. Again, the same walk with the Osmo Pocket 3, this time with the stabilizer, and again no ninja walks, just walking normal. I'm happy to report that there was no noises, creaky noises, knocks or bangs from the stabilizer when in use. The next test now is with the DJI Action 4, this time again with no stabilizer and just normally walking as you would do, no ninja walks. And finally, the DJI Action 4 with the stabilizer on, walking normally, again no ninja walks. As with the Pocket with the Action 4 connected, there was no noises coming from the stabilizer. Okay, that's the end of the testing. Everything seemed to go okay as planned, but I'll let you be the judge of with or without the stabilizer. I hope you found this information of use to you. Thank you for watching.